WWE 2K25 presents No Mercy. As you're looking live in Madison Square Garden in New York City, New York for WWE No Mercy. As tonight we'll start off hot with the Hell in the Cell triple threat for the WWE Championship. Reigns, Cena, and Orton. Let's take it back to SummerSlam where John Cena fired the first shot to the new undisputed champion after he defeated Randy Orton in the main event of SummerSlam. As John Cena stood tall over Roman Reigns, letting it be known that he wants a shot at the title. Then on SmackDown, while Cena and Reigns were discussing it, Randy Orton decided to intervene and let his presence known with an RKO, not only to the champion Roman Reigns, but to the man frozen in fear in John Cena. Randy Orton told the world it would be all three of them inside Hell in the Cell. One way or another, someone's walking out of Hell in the Cell as WWE Champion.
The following contest is a triple threat Hell in a Cell match and is for the WWE Championship.
Here we go! A month in the making! From SummerSlam to No Mercy!
Introducing the challenger from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time,
John Cena has had a hell of a season here in Season 11 of Universe Mode as John Cena returned at SummerSlam to challenge Reigns for the title. At first it was meant to be Cena and Reigns one-on-one tonight, but Randy Orton decided he was not going to sit back and let John Cena of all people get a shot at his former championship. But this man has also had a hell of a season in Randy Orton, the former champion, looking to reclaim the title.
And introducing the challenger from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 295 pounds, the Viper,
WWE No Mercy has a lot of history, including Randy Orton and John Cena. Both men were scheduled to have a last man standing match back in 2007, but that was when Cena got hurt. But that was when Randy Orton won his first WWE title. Lost it the same night to Triple H, but regained it in the last man standing at the end of No Mercy in Chicago in 2007. Now in 2026, Randy Orton challenging Roman Reigns and John Cena for the undisputed title. It was also in Madison Square Garden where both John Cena and Randy Orton cut their teeth at WrestleMania. Both made their debuts in this very building in New York City, New York, back in 2004. And ever since, they never looked back. As the Viper, who defeated CM Punk at Bash in Berlin to win the undisputed title, lost it at SummerSlam to Reigns. Now looking to try to reclaim it, but now it's time for the undisputed champion making his way to hell. I got another history that I'm gonna share with you in moments from now as the OTC makes its way down the aisle.
And introducing the champion from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the WWE champion, the OTC
Roman Reigns in Madison Square Garden back in 2K17 defended the Universal Championship in an Armageddon 6-man Hell in the Cell match against Randy Orton, Triple H, The Undertaker, Braun Strowman, and The Rock. And that man came out on top. Little history for Roman Reigns in this building in MSG in New York City. And now tonight, he meets Cena and Reigns. Triple threat, Hell in a Cell to start off No Mercy. And that's what it's all about. The undisputed WWE title. Cena. Orton. Reigns. Hell in a Cell. Here we go! Right off the gate, Cena. Lariat on Orton. Obviously, Cena's not forgotten what happened when Orton dropped him with the RKO, but there's Reigns. Triple threat match. Gotta have eyes in the back of your head. Gotta have your head on a swivel at all costs. Kick to the midsection. Downstairs. Cena got Orton up here. The Hell in the Cell match between these two back at Bad Blood. No! Face first goes Orton and right there Reigns with a neckbreaker. Never forget that matchup. Orton and Cena went through hell and back at Bad Blood earlier of last year and still was able to come away with the win, did Randy, which led him to become champion. Clothesline by Cena. Cena got him up. Over Reigns, nice counter. Top block. Anything goes in a Hell in the Cell match. Unlike in a different universe, ain't no stoppage in this one. Explosive suplex by Reigns. Able to send Orton flying into the corner, but now look at Orton. Oh, shot to the midsection. You start off hot with the Hell in the Cell triple threat, and we're going to end the night with the World Heavyweight Championship bout between Obafemi and Drew McIntyre in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the world title. Oof. And all the great action in between. Everything that you've been seeing on Raw and SmackDown, all leading up to this. Here tonight, oh, at No Mercy. Follow-away slam by Randy. As Cena, oh, big right takes down the Viper. But Orton comes back with that kick. Camera team trying to keep up. As Orton got Cena. Watch out. Thinking. Viper DDT. Took his sweet time and planted Cena. But look at Orton going after Reigns here. Look at Orton. RKO. RKO onto Reigns. And now Reigns able to get the shoulder up. You gotta be kidding me. I guess it's early in this Hell in the Cell match. Reigns able to withstand it too. Elbow right to the abdomen. Ooh, shot to the gut. And look at this. Rivals now working together against the champion. Double suplex onto Reigns. Two men that respect each other, no doubt, but also loathe one another. Oh! Especially Randy Orton on the Cena. For them to double team Reigns really shows they're willing to do almost anything to become WWE champion. The head honcho of this business. Wait a minute. Randy! Canadian neckbreaker planted. As now Cena sent over the top rope to the outside. And this is where hell starts to break loose. Once they're outside, you never know what could come out of this. Randy Orton caught in the middle of Cena and Reigns. This is a bad spot for Randy to be in. And look at Randy, able to block, able to counter Reigns. Uppercut. But look at Cena from behind. And now with Cena sending him into Reigns. Again, Randy can fight one, but then he has to deal with the other. And now Cena sends him onto the cage. And Reigns and Cena having a face-to-face while Orton just dazed out of being hit onto the cage here. Reigns and Cena, are they almost thinking of ganging up on Orton here? I mean, Randy did escalate this situation further. Look at the eyes of Cena. Cena has Reigns now. No! Orton tried to go Reigns' way. Trying to get out of dodge for Reigns. Oh, wait! No! Sends him under the cage. And then Cena with the uppercut on the Orton. And now Cena with a right. Oh! Big uppercut there by John. And now, oh! Face first off the cage, but look at Reigns. Again, every man for himself. I think Reigns and Cena almost try to have a momentary partnership against Orton, but obviously that went to the wayside. Orton again caught in the middle. It was Randy Orton that escalated this situation. Could have been a one-on-one matchup between Cena and Reigns, and that would have been it. But no, Randy decided to get involved and then escalate it into a Hell in a Cell match. As Reigns now chucking Cena onto Orton. Things are not looking too good. As Reigns just dropping Cena. Cena's the one in between. And now Randy Orton, uppercut. And now Reigns with an uppercut. And now Cena set back in the ring. They were outside. Reigns, Superman punch. Superman punch connects. Reigns gonna win and retain the undisputed title. And Randy Orton kicked out. Oh, Cena trying to sneak from behind. Spear. Reigns going with the spear, but Orton's right there. Randy Orton's right there to make the save, or make the save for himself. Randy Orton got caught. Reigns with the spear, but Cena getting up to his feet, able to make the save. Holy. Things are starting to pick up now as Reigns got him up. Watch out. Oh my God. Power slam. That could have been a bad landing for Cena off that power slam, and now Reigns with the series of strikes and the Samoan drop. That's the Tribal Chief, the head of the table. Look at the good work here. As Reigns got Cena. Clothesline after clothesline. Oh! And now Reigns gonna go for it, but Randy right there. Every time you think Reigns got it, sadly not the case. Orton sends him over. Randy got him. Uh-oh. Randy Orton got him. DDT! Foot for DDT! And Cena with a crossbody out of nowhere. Cena with the rights, but Orton. Nice hip toss. And now Cena's in deep trouble. RKO, able to block. Was able to block the RKO. Then Cena, gut-wrench suplex. And now look at Cena. Got Reigns. You can't see me. 5. There goes 7. Onto the wounded champion. Cena looking to do it. And John Cena looking to fulfill his destiny. No, Reigns got the shoulder up. Reigns able to kick out of the 5-knuckle shuffle. And look at Orton. Orton back in the ring with an angle slam. The Olympic Slam Planet. Look at Randy. Able to turn his attention to Reigns. Full Nelson. Slam. Cena. Attitude adjustment. Over Reigns right there. Man. I thought Cena had it, but Reigns got back in the ring just in the nick of time. What a way to start! No mercy! Crossbody by Cena. Orton thinking lariat. It's all or nothing for the challengers versus the champion who has something to lose here. Look at Orton. Oh, doing damage to Reigns. Randy Orton, vintage! Orton with that neck breaker. Off the back, doing damage to the neck of Reigns. And Reigns kicked that too. The fact that the Tribal Chief has a lot within him despite being busted open, despite suffering move after move, it really shows the fortitude of the undisputed champion. But look at Cena sending Reigns face first. Off the corner, off the buckle with that snake eyes. Look at Orton countering Cena with a DDT. And Reigns with a knee. Reigns take out the Viper and now going after John Cena. Got him downstairs, up, powerbomb, powerbomb! Just planted Cena to Reigns. And now the Tribal Chief feels it's time to put this to an end. Spear! But every time you think the end's near, Randy Orton's right there. Right when you think it's about to be done, someone's there to make the save or say otherwise of the scenario. Cena got Reigns. Got him up. Sidewalk slam. Look at Orton. Orton attacking the legs here. Doing damage to the legs of Cena. And now Randy. RKO! Orton got him! RKO onto Cena! And Orton couldn't get it! And Reigns able to make it in time too! One way or another, Reigns, or Randy Orton rather, was not going to get the win, whether a kick out or a save. Viper DDT planted on the Reigns. Look at Cena! Look at him take advantage! Sends Orton to the outside! Off the DDT! Reigns able to kick out! Ha 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 ha! A slick maneuver there by Cena. I mean, Cena and Orton, 20 years in the game. No doubt, tactics like that will come into play eventually. Especially when desperation starts to sink in. Cena got Orton, back suplex. I'm sure Cena would love nothing more than to beat Randy Orton in this match. The same match that Randy beat him back at Bad Blood. But Reigns right there to be the difference maker. Schoolboy pin! No! Couldn't get it. Up he goes. And now Cena. Oh my God! Cena tosses Reigns to the outside. Down goes the champion. Well, momentarily, because Reigns got up. Reigns ate that, but decided to get up. But after Cena dealt with Randy in the ring, Cena got Reigns. Oh! Electric chair face first. This has got to be the first Hell in the Cell I've seen where there's no weapons involved. I gotta say that. They're just straight hands inside and outside the ring. Reigns sends Cena. Drop kick. Oh wait, Randy Orton, they're gonna change that. Bring it in a hockey stick? They're gonna picture himself being a Ranger here in New York. Or an Islander, I guess. I don't know. Big boot. Couldn't get it from Reigns. I think Orton tried to go after Cena there. Irish whip. Got him up. What? Pop-up RKO! Randy got it, but Cena's getting up. Can Orton get it in time? Oh, and Cena right there. A pop-up RKO. Wow. Randy Orton, very innovative, I gotta say. He'll catch you at any point, at any turn. Cena got Orton here. Damage to the left leg. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first match of the night. This is the first match out of 10 matches we have tonight. This is the first one. 9 more to go. Cena plants Orton. Oh, off the top. Almost like a top rope 5 knuckle. Is it enough? No, couldn't get it. Couldn't get the top rope 5-knuckle shuffle. That fist drop from Cena up the top. Oh, Reigns right there to make the save, and then a back suplex. Trying to go for a right. Cena! AA! Attitude adjustment for Randy. Randy Orton able to make the save, but Cena able to counter. Sends Orton over the top. But now Cena got Randy thinking suplex. Look at Orton. Able to counter. It's Reigns spear. Cena got out of dodge, but Reigns caught Orton with the spear. And Orton couldn't get it at 2. Oh my God, what will it take? Who's gonna walk out as undisputed champion? Oh wait, Cena! Oh no, Orton dodged! Orton avoided! Oh, a boot from the ball by Reigns! Orton almost got caught into the AA! But look at Cena! Chop block! And now Cena working on Roman Reigns here. Look at Cena! Oh, using the hockey stick! Reigns is beaten, battered and bruised. Use the hockey stick. John Cena is the undisputed champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE champion, the greatest of all time,
John Cena has done it! For the first time in 6 years, the champ is here! Well, ladies and gentlemen, as No Mercy continues here tonight, Jacob Fatu has arrived and he will be in action later on in a no-holds-barred matchup against CM Punk. And there's Penta, who will be in action later on against Uncle Howdy for the Intercontinental Championship here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next at No Mercy, the second match of the evening, Damian Priest one-on-one against the Demon, Finn Balor. Let's take it back to SmackDown a few episodes ago, where Finn Balor returned out of nowhere, especially in Demon makeup. We see the Demon for the first time in many years, face to face with Priest, thinking that Balor was going to go after Omos, who was standing outside the ring. Omos was watching on, couldn't believe what he was seeing, as right here, Finn Balor decided to jump Damian Priest 1916. We all know the history of the Demon and Finn Balor. When he goes to that place, there's no going back. That's the Demon that held the Universal title for 440 days in this Universe mode. The longest reign until Roman Reigns beat that. And then, Damian Priest on SmackDown a few weeks later called out Finn Balor regarding the situation. And it almost felt like Damian Priest, he sensed Balor's presence. So he felt like he was not going to pay him no mind, as Balor was just taunting him from behind right then and there. Caught him lacking. Damian Priest, south of heaven. After being in the Judgment Day for the last 2 years, Damian Priest feels like he knows Balor like the back of his hand, which leads us to tonight. A big night for the home state star. A man who's arrived home in New York City.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest!
The punishment for Finn Balor is to go one-on-one with that man, Damian Priest. As Damian Priest is live in his home in New York City, New York, in Madison Square Garden. It's almost bittersweet that he has to do battle with a former member or former brother of the Judgment Day. Because now the demon has gone rogue. It's been many years. It's been many years since we heard this ambiance. This ominous noise playing in the background of a heartbeat and just screeching noise in the background. As ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in years, the demon has risen.
And his opponent, the demon, Finn Balor.
It was this form of Finn Balor that dominated the WWE Universe over 5-6 years ago, when Finn Balor defeated Daniel Bryan to win the Universal title only a week or two before Survivor Series, and then held on to that championship until he lost to AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble in 2K20. For over a year and a half, Finn Balor reigned supreme. This is the form of Finn Balor that once defeated the Beast Brock Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania 2K19 in Season 5 in New Orleans. The same demon that went toe-to-toe with The Undertaker the following year at WrestleMania. This man has so much history in this series for those who just started watching tonight at No Mercy. There's a lot of lore for the demon. As tonight live in Madison Square Garden, the demon has risen. And he's ready to do battle against the man who I guess Finn Balor doesn't look at as a brother no more, doesn't look at as anything but now opposition, a target even. Point is, ladies and gentlemen, that demon in that ring has been through a lot. It's conquered beasts, monsters among monsters. Now let's see if it can withstand its own punishment, if you will. Because remember, it was Finn Balor that introduced Damian Priest to the WWE Universe when Priest joined the Judgment Day back in 2K22. Here we go. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, one-on-one at No Mercy. Big kick right there by Priest to the leg, and then kick to the gut and a forearm to take Balor down in the early going. And still Priest looking to stay on the attack, knowing the power, knowing the resiliency that the demon possesses. As look at that, giving Balor his own reckoning, if you will. Big kick to the face there by Balor, and the forearm to follow. As Finn looking to be in control here. As, God, big stop to the skull. Balor working on that left arm. They're going to try to wear down Damian Priest here. Oof. Big kick right to the skull. And now Damian Priest, wait a minute, elevated flatliner. We've seen Priest get wins like this in the past. Is it enough to get a win here? No. Oh, hell no. Got a long way to go for Priest when you're taking on the demon. Thinking South of Heaven, but Balor able to avoid. Thinking Brain Buster, maybe? No! Priest able to avoid as well. Elbow after elbow by Finn. Thinking drop kick, couldn't connect. Again, thinking South of Heaven, but Balor able to avoid. And a sidewalk slam. Couldn't dodge that one. And now again, elevated flatliner. Damian Priest got Balor. Potentially, maybe. Oh! I just don't want to count out Balor. After all these years, it's hard to do so. The Demon has been a thing since his run in Japan. Who knows what iteration of the Demon we got now? For all we know, it could be like different versions of Jason Voorhees for all we know. Wait a minute. Priest. Balor tried to wear him down. Priest got him up. Thinking Razor's Edge, but no! Nice counter by Balor. Caught the arm. And thinking knee, but Priest able to avoid. South of blocked. Counter for counter. Wow. Nothing yet buys these two. Drop kick right to the skull. Nothing can get by these two. Nothing. Counter for counter, block after block. They know each other so well. Remember, these two men are former WWE Tag Team Champions in the Judgment Day together. When they defeated DIY earlier this season as Planet and shoulder breaker. Balor! Coup de grace from across the board! Good grief! What a distance on the coup de grace! Still not enough! The coup de grace unable to put away Priest. Big right. Oof. 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 Rights and lefts. But look at Damian Priest. Kick after kick and a forearm. Priest is doing his best to hang in there. I'm sure this is an emotional matchup, but then again, I'm sure Priest is very aware of not to let it be. Not to let it be all emotional. Not to lose focus. But right here, Priest are going to take his shots in. We're going to get his shots in on the Balor. And now, elevated flatliner. Look at that flatliner. Look at that flatline. Balor's chances of winning here. No! Every time you think Balor's down and out, he continues to fight. Downstairs, now Priest, now thinking Razor's Edge. Balor counted the first time. Can he get it the second? No! This time connects! Razor's! What the hell? What? Why is Triple H's music playing? Balor got playing with the Razor's Edge, and all of a sudden the game's music plays. I don't know what happened there. I think the music guy messed up, or was that a tactic by Balor to throw Damian Priest off his game? Because why the hell would Triple H play his music and make his way out here? Tilt the world to a power slam by Priest. And now, look at this. Big stomp right to the abdomen. Priest watched that South of Heaven chokeslam, but Balor's not looking to let him get it. Balor's not looking to let Damian Priest perform the maneuver here in Madison Square Garden in front of his own people. Trying to go for a maneuver, blocked. This has been one hell of a match between Balor and Damian Priest. Balor already connected with the coup de grace. He just connected with a scoop slam. Is he thinking coup de grace here? Oh, wait. Baby Priest up to his feet, not gonna like the view. Oh, a standing coup de grace! Are you kidding me? A standing coup de grace off the top, and now Priest still into the kick out. What does Balor gotta do to put away Priest? Maybe it's because Priest is in front of his own people in New York, that he's home in Madison Square Garden. Maybe the home field advantage is giving him the leverage here. But Finn Balor not looking to relent, but neither does Priest. Both looking to be resilient. Oh. Big boot to the face. This is the second match of the night. Good grief. South of heaven. And heaven connect. Damian Priest looking to beat the demon. No! Balor kicked out. The demon not looking to die. Balor got him. Oh. And now both men on the outside. This has been a hell of a match for a one-on-one. Oh, knife edge chop. But that's what shows. Not only the fortitude of where Priest is, but wait a minute. Oh no, Balor! Inverted 1916. I was gonna say it shows how much Damian Priest has leveled up over the years, but Balor realizes that 1916 on the double. The inverted version and then the proper version on the outside. Balor looking to finish the job. Say goodbye, Priest. No! Damian Priest is still alive! Priest looking to live forever! Elbow after elbow. Thinking Lariat Benoit couldn't get it. Balor got him now. Got him in the corner. Up he goes. Priest is busted open as well. What is Finn Balor thinking here? Oh my God, no, no! 1916 up the top! The demon prevails!
Here is your winner, the Demon, Finn Balor!
As the demon gets the win here tonight in New York City, standing tall. Our next premium live event in WWE 2K25's Universe Mode is Survivor Series, live in Jacksonville, Florida, the home of the Jags, as Survivor Series will take place in the Everbank Stadium, featuring both Raw and SmackDown brands under one stadium. Let's take it back to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, in Orlando, Florida, this past week, after Bianca Belair had a great match with Sol Ruca. Right here, Charlotte Flair attacked her from behind. Charlotte Flair let it be known the week prior that she's looking to get back the women's title. She's looking to get another shot at Bianca by any means, and that right there was by any means. Cheap shot with the title, letting it be known that the Queen wants another shot at the EST. Even taunted her in the backstage area. Claiming that Bianca, she knows what she wants, and she wants revenge. Charlotte challenges a Iron Woman match, 20 minutes for the women's title on the SmackDown after No Mercy. Claiming that Bianca, pulling Bianca's punk card, does Charlotte Flair if Bianca does not accept what she did, which is why on the SmackDown after No Mercy in Baltimore, Maryland, it will be Bianca Belair taking on Charlotte Flair, 20 minutes, Iron Woman match for the WWE Women's title. But coming up tonight at No Mercy, CM Punk looking to get revenge against Chica Fatu here at No Mercy in a no-holds-barred matchup. Let's take you back to SmackDown almost about a month ago, where CM Punk got attacked by Chica Fatu backstage. Got caught lacking in the parking lot. CM Punk hit with a steel chair on numerous occasions. At first, we didn't know who it was because the superstar or the person was hooded up, was covered, until CM Punk came out on SummerSlam and called them out, and out came Chica Fatu. Jacob Fatu, who then found out got traded over to SmackDown, wanted to make an impact and wanted to do it at the expense of the best in the world, which then led to Jacob Fatu defeating CM Punk on SmackDown in Toronto, which leads us to tonight in the No Holds Barred rematch at No Mercy. And now tonight, ladies and gentlemen, after getting the victory in a regular one-on-one match in Toronto on SmackDown following SummerSlam, now tonight, here at No Mercy, weeks later, the Samoan Werewolf out to do it again.
The following contest is a no holds barred match. Making his way to the ring from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu, WWE Superstar, first debuted at WrestleMania during this season. Season premiere was WrestleMania in Philadelphia. That man made his debut in a Money in the Bank ladder match. Went over to Raw for a time until it was SummerSlam time period to where Jacob Fatu decided it's time to make some moves. And guess what? Fatu was able to do so. Was able to get his name into the limelight. And now, here at No Mercy, his second Premium Love Event appearance, but his first one-on-one matchup. As here comes the best in the world, the man who's after vengeance tonight. The best in the world. It's CM Punk.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds,
CM Punk at first was on his journey of regaining the undisputed WWE Championship after he lost the title at Bash in Berlin. But then Jacob Fatu decided to mend with his affairs. So now that Fatu got Punk's attention, and after Punk suffered that massive loss in Toronto on SmackDown against Fatu, Punk said he's not looking to stop until he gets this win over Fatu in order for him to be mentally and physically prepared to become the undisputed champion once again. Punk had a hell of a reign. Won the championship at Survivor Series of 2K24. Went on to defend the championship all the way until Bash in Berlin. And now tonight, we get it on! No holds barred! Oh, right up the gate, Fatu! With a spinning elbow! Throwing caution at the wind, and now big splash out of the corner. Sends him off the ropes. Ducks under. But Fatu! Like a freight train! Fatu in the early going, trying to knock the wind out of the sails of Punk, but no. Punk gonna get back in it. Snap suplex cover. Form in the face down. The snap suplex for the kick out. Again, CM Punk looking to get payback after what happened. Not only with the backstage assault, but also losing the match on SmackDown. No doubt Punk feels that in Punk's eyes, Fatu beating him on SmackDown was basically a man robbing him or assaulting him, and he got away with it. That he couldn't do much about it. That's why this rematch is happening tonight. Punk was not going to live without getting another shot at Jacob Fatu. Able to counter the Samoan Werewolf, sending him into the corner. Now Punk. Look at this. Springboard lariat. Vintage Punk. And now, kick to the midsection. Swing and a miss. Combo to chop. And now, look at that. Spanish fly by Fatu. Holy. Send him off the ropes now. Oh, wow. Thrust kick. Almost shades of Rikishi there. I mean, family member, no doubt. But the Hawaii family. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, my God. Oh. Fatu. Steel chair bent it all over. All through Punk's body. And now a deadlift powerbomb. That chair, used 4 times, got dented real quick. Fatu now. Oh, has something in mind. Punk is busted open. But Fatu, able to counter that one as well. And now Jacob, what you thinking here? CM Punk's in deep, deep trouble. Punk feels that he has to beat Fatu in order to get back to the title, but I don't think that's going to be the case now. Spanish fly under the chair! Spanish fly! Punk lives under the chair! And Fatu best moves on! No, he couldn't get it! He couldn't get the best moves on ever on the Punk! And now, planning Fatu gut first. And now CM Punk, oh wait a minute. Fatu with a chair. The crowd wants some tables. But I think these two just want to beat the hell out of each other. Oh, big kick! Right to the skull in the corner! Punk realized he may have it here! Head kick! Can he get it? No! Fatu! Fatu able to kick out at 1. Left edge shot. Couldn't get the elbow. Wait a minute. Oh, no, 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 no! No! Oh, the Rikishi driver! Fatu in the cover! The pin! Oh no! Punk! Able to withstand it, able to live, able to keep going, does the best in the world. Punk, kick after kick, wearing down Fatu, got him in the corner. But again, Punk, able to counter, got him up, Fatu's in trouble, got a swipe, Punk got it, GTS! No! My God, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 3rd match of the evening. Swing and a miss with the chair. But Punk got Fatu. Drop kick. Right to the outside. And then, no. Anaconda Vice! Anaconda Vice! Look at that, Fatu not even gonna tap to the outside! Not even gonna tap outside of the ring, knowing that it will not matter. His pride up for grabs is Fatu! Because Fatu understands it's more than just him. Oh! Face first off the apron. Fatu, a part of the bloodline, understands that he too represents the family. That tapping out might not be a good look for the family. Punk able to send him across ringside. CM Punk, despite busted open, is still able to continue to fight. Couldn't get the knee there, but Fatu pop-up power bomb onto the outside. My God! And now Jacob is back in the ring, looking to get the chair. Punk is laid out. Fatu now, steel chair in hand. Look at this, mocking Punk, running around ringside, and it. Oh my God! Bringing the punishment to Punk with the chair. Oh, Fatu gotta do. Look at the blood on the floor. That puddle of blood on the floor by Punk. But Punk able to block the powerbomb. Smart gets back in the ring. If he wants to get the job done, he's got to do it in the ring. But Fatu, right there, swinging side slam. Able to block. Punk got him. Punk got a slam. GTS connected. Is this enough? Can he get it? CM Punk beats Jacob Fatu.
Here is your winner,
CM Punk overcomes the resiliency, the fortitude of Fatu. Able to put him to sleep just for a 3 count. Punk prevails tonight in Madison Square Garden. Is Punk ready for the undisputed title? I think so! Our next premium live event in WWE 2K25's Universe Mode is Survivor Series, live in Jacksonville, Florida, the home of the Jags, as Survivor Series will take place in the Everbank Stadium, featuring both Raw and SmackDown brands under one stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, take it back to Monday Night Raw in MetLife Stadium a few weeks ago, where Bayley called on Nikki Cross to cash in her Money in the Bank. Nikki Cross claims that Bayley needs to rest, claiming that she looks tired and she has the bed for her at No Mercy. Didn't know what she was alluding to, but then right there, Bayley tried to take a cheap shot until Nikki Cross caught her for that fisherman neckbreaker. And then Nikki Cross took it a bit further, sending a message bashing the champion with the women's world title. Nikki Cross claiming that Bayley has had a long title reign and that she claims to be tired. She claims that Bayley is tired, needs to be put to rest at No Mercy, which then we found out later it would be a casket match for the women's world title via Money in the Bank cash-in. Nikki Cross looking to exercise her right to cash in her Money in the Bank contract that she won at WrestleMania at the beginning of this season. Tonight, No Mercy casket match for the women's world title. Bayley versus Nikki Cross.
The following contest is a casket match and is for the WWE Women's World Championship.
Big opportunity for Nikki Cross to walk out with the gold. As the Fireflies appear live in Madison Square Garden. As we wait for the arrival of the challenger. The former Women's NXT champion in Nikki Cross. Money in the Bank winner, cashing in here tonight at No Mercy. The best part, all it takes for Nikki Cross is to put Bayley in the casket, but it's easier said than done. She's gonna have to incapacitate Bayley in order to do so. Again, Nikki Cross has changed ever since she reappeared at WrestleMania. Nikki Cross not only won that Money in the Bank contract, but the way she did it was in scary form. Holding on to the briefcase, no ladder underneath her for support, unhooked the briefcase and crashed onto the canvas. That's the type of being Bayley is up against here tonight with the Women's World title in a casket match. Who knows what Nikki Cross is willing to do? As here comes the Women's World Champion in Bayley, representing Damage Control, the longest reigning Women's World Champion today. As the role model appears live in MSG. Bayley has been a reigning and defending champion ever since she defeated Bianca Belair for that championship. Whether it's Bianca Belair, or whether it's Charlotte Flair, or whether it's Nia Jax, it doesn't matter who. Bayley has went up against all of them and knocked them all down. Bayley has fought them all, fought the best, and has still remained as your champion. Some may not like it, but Bayley is the most dominant Women's World Champion today. Nobody in the women's division has had this long of a title reign like Bayley has. The fact that Bayley has main evented WrestleMania this year speaks volumes of her title reign. Main evented against Charlotte Flair. And then Bayley defeated Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam when Rhea Ripley won the Queen of the Ring at Bash in Berlin. Bayley went on to retain the title, which led to No Mercy, where Bayley called out Nikki Cross for that Money to Bank contract, wanted her to cash in MetLife Stadium that night, but Nikki Cross had other plans in mind, which led us to No Mercy here tonight with that title on the line. The Women's World Championship. As we take it to Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger. From parts unknown, Nikki Cross. And her opponent from San Jose, California, the WWE Women's World Champion, Bayley.
Could this be the last time Bayley walks out as the Women's World Champion? Will Bayley even walk out at all? The same can be said for the challenger, as the referee is able to bring down the casket.
Submissions, disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent inside of the casket. After closing the casket lid shut, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Now, let the match begin.
Here we go. Nikki Cross, Bayley, Women's World Title. Move right out the gate. Wicked forearm shot, knocking Bayley down. But wait, Bayley caught her with an Instagram. There's Bayley now. They're going to try to wear down Nikki Cross here. Women's World Title on the line. As the champion got the challenger. Oh! The stun gun there. Shades of Steve Austin by Bayley. Planning Nikki throw first on the top rope and then slamming her face onto the canvas. Bayley has been a dominant champion for a reason. She has an aggressive side. She can be very precise, but then again, you cannot count out the challenger. Might have her wacky ways, but no doubt, very effective. Not able to duck under, leapfrog, clothesline by Nikki Cross. Ooh. Big kick right to the face. And try to go for a swing. And now Bayley. Oh! A bell rang onto the skull and ears of Nikki Cross. Send her in the corner, but Nikki fights out. And now Bayley looking to reverse that one with those elbows. Not bad shot. Bayley got the leg, but Nikki Cross fights back. Not bad shot, big right, chop block by the challenger. Nikki Cross looking to put Bayley to rest here, but she's got to wear her down to do so. Able to duck under, got her, neck breaker. And now Cross with a forearm, knocking the wind out of the sails of Bayley. Momentarily as Bayley kicked back, and now the Women's World Champion looking to do what she has to do. But so does the challenger. Counter for counter. Cross got her up here. Samoan driver. And now Nikki, look at her, maybe repeat. MetLife Stadium. That fisherman neck breaker. And now Nikki Cross looking to open the casket. She feels that the end is near for Bayley. Claiming that the champion is tired, that she needs to be put to rest. As Nikki sends Bayley over, and now Bayley in the casket. She just got to close the lid. I believe the last casket match we had was Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes fighting for the undisputed title at ECW's One Night Stand. As Bayley wisely closed the casket door, able to escape out of the casket, and now Nikki Cross with an inverted DDT. Bayley able to get sent across ringside. Cross, forearm hard, hitting the mat on the ground. And a lariat there by Bayley. And a Bayley clubbing blow and a shot right to the abdomen. Kick to the gut. Got her in position. Neck breaker onto that floor. Nikki Cross doing some damage to the upper body of Bayley. Got her Irish whip into the, right by the table and the announcers there, and the ringside doctor able to get out of dodge. So did Mike Rome as well. As Nikki Cross got countered, Bayley, oh my God! Plunging Cross's neck onto her knee, and now got Nikki in position. Submission applied, but that would not be a factor in the decision of this match. But I understand why she's doing it, just to wear down Cross. Oh! Nikki looks to maybe looking to play possum. Able to send Bayley by the ring, but able to catch herself. And now the challenger got the champion! And now Bayley's shoulder first goes to Cross onto the floor. And now Bayley thinking, better the belly on the floor. And now the champion making her way. Now looking to open the casket. Feels that the challenger might have had enough. Sends her into the ring. And now Bayley, oh look at this. Looking to get a weapon. Steel chair, Cross not gonna like them. Oh my God! Just chucked it at her skull. And now Bayley descending crossover into the casket. Bayley looking to close the casket as the champion. Nikki Cross in trouble. Bayley got it. Bayley retains the Women's World Title.
Your winner, and still the WWE Women's World Champion, Bayley.
Bayley remains as your Women's World Champion. Survived a cash-in from Nikki Cross in the casket match. Able to put Nikki Cross to rest inside the casket. Still your World Champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take it back to Raw a few weeks ago in MetLife Stadium once again, but this time it's when Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa decided to get the jump on the Usos. As Jimmy Uso was sent onto the barricade and then got dragged out of MetLife by Tonga Loa, allowing Tama Tonga to take advantage with the steel chair. Beating the hell out of Jey Uso despite defeating Jey Uso in the match one-on-one earlier. Tama Tonga decided to do that, and then Solo Sikoa, the leader of the MFTs, wanted to get a piece. Taking a shot at his own brother, did Solo Sikoa. And then on the Raw the following week, we had Jimmy Uso kind of interview, and then Tonga Loa from behind assaulted Jimmy Uso. Not only with the steel chair on numerous occasions, but then grabbed the tag team title and bashed Jimmy Uso right in the skull. That was before the no disqualification match between those two, Tonga Loa and Jimmy Uso. And then after the matchup when Jimmy Uso beat Tonga Loa almost seemed out of character, wanted to show sportsmanship, wanted the handshake. Jimmy Uso seemed to fall for it, and then a low blow suckered him in. Tonga Loa suckered Jimmy Uso in for that low blow, which then allowed for Tonga Loa and then Tama Tonga, who later came out, wanted to bash Jimmy Uso with the chair. Referee tried to get involved, but no avail there. Right then and there, Jey Uso, the other half of the World Tag Team Champions, the younger brother of Jimmy Uso, able to come in and make the save. And then it led to, on Raw this past week in Detroit, when the Usos took on the MFTs in a 2-on-3 handicap match, which led for Tama Tonga to put away Jimmy Uso. Planted him face first in the middle of the ring on the main event of Raw. The MFTs walked away with the win, not to mention Solo Sikoa winning the European title on main event this past week. Coming up next, the Usos will face Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa for the World Tag Team titles, but this time in an Extreme Rules Tag Team Elimination Championship match. And now tonight, in an Extreme Rules Continental Tag, the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, will challenge the Usos for the gold.
The following contest is a Tornado Tag Team match and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 439 pounds. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the Bloodline.
Mark Rome might have got his information wrong there. The MFTs, the Girls of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, alive and well. But then again, they are part of that big family tree of the Bloodline, so I guess he's technically right. But nonetheless,
and introducing the champions at a combined weight of 493 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jey, the Usos.
The Usos defeated Booker T and Rob Van Dam to win the World Tag Team titles on an episode of Monday Night Raw, and then went on to have this scenario with the MFTs, where Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa only 2 episodes ago on Raw just started or 3 episodes ago on Raw, just started to lash out. Just started to make a name for themselves at the expense of one of, if not the greatest tag team of all time, in Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. No doubt, a decorated tag team in this universe mode. Here live in Madison Square Garden. The Usos, down since day one. Looking to show that the NFTs are the 2s and that they are the 1s in the World Tag Team Title Division. Here we go. Tag titles up for grabs. Will we see new champions in the NFTs? Or will the Usos remain on top? Here we go. Tornado tag, no tags needed. Extreme Rules. I know. I saw a headbutt and a super kick from both opposite sides of the team on their opponents. As suplex there by Tangaloa and Jimmy Uso. Looking to tour around with Tama Tonga, but Tama not looking to go for that. And now, oh, big kick to the gut, big uppercut. Now Loa getting involved here. Going after Jimmy. But now caught Jay with an elbow, but Jimmy sends him to the corner for Jay to catch him with a splash. And now Tama and Jimmy outside. Jay and Tonga in the ring. Nice elbow drop. But look at Tama thinking suplex. No. Look at Jay taking out Tongaloa. Side Russian leg sweep isn't enough. Look at Jimmy Uso ramming almost the kidney area of Tama Tonga into the barricade. And now, oh, what a crossbody! Did you see the velocity, the impact of that crossbody by Jimmy Uso? Oh, Tongaloa with an elbow on the Jey Uso moments ago, but Jimmy Uso with a forearm, going for the cover. And, oh, he able to get a 1 count. Elbow after elbow. Super kick there to the gut and then to the face there by Jimmy Uso. On to Tongaloa. Could it be? No, Tama. After taking out Jay, Tama Tonga was right there. Oh! Caught him with a super kick. Jay stays outside the ring. Jimmy's all alone. 2 count. Here comes the weapons. Candlestick brought out by Tongaloa, but Jey Uso was right there to take him down. We got some tables. Oh, we got a table. Oh! Jimmy Uso pounding away on the Tama Tonga there. And out, oh no. Oh, the Rikishi driver by Tongaloa onto the table, able to go for the knee. Jay able to block, but Tonga right there. Oh, Tonga with a trash can lid on the skull of Jimmy Uso and caught him with a DDT. I think he planted him onto the lid there as well. Jey Uso got busted open after Tongaloa just stomped on his head moments ago. It's been a very chaotic tag team match, to say the least. Tongaloa saving Tama there. Oh, super kick there by Jimmy. Oh, what a slam by Tama Tonga. Jimmy Uso sends Tama back in the ring. Jay now also in the ring. And now Jimmy sends... Uh-oh. Tama Tonga, oh, able to avoid that one. But, oh! Able to top block him almost. Did Tama Tonga there. Able to avoid that lariat attempt from Jimmy. But now Tama had bad intentions. Maybe he's thinking something to do with that table. But Jimmy with a drop kick. That table is set up nice and well. Uh-oh. Tama is set under the table, but Jey Uso with a steel chair. Ooh, Jimmy Uso with a super kick. I think that dazed Tama Tonga. Jey Uso looking to go for it. Suplex through the table. Tama Tonga has been taken out. The crowd is loving this Extreme Rules bout. Oh, Jey Uso with a head put off the top. But look at Tonga Loa. Tonga Loa swinging side slam. Able to hold Big Jim up for that swinging side slam. Now got him up. Rikishi driver. But Jey Uso the cover. Jey Uso the cover. Tama or Tonga Loa able to make the save. Tonga in the cover. Jey make the save. Irish Whip spear by Jey Uso. And Tonga's right there. Irish up the ropes. And now had something in mind. Jey, nice. Able to block. Was able to block that one. Super kick. And it super kick to the back of the neck. Jey now. Everybody's down. But Jey's up top. Uso splash. All Jey needs to do is go for the pin. Can he get it here? Can he get an elimination? Tama Tonga's gone.
Been eliminated.
It's now down to Tonga Loa. The Usos, oh my God, have the upper hand. The Usos have the advantage over the MFTs in this scenario. As Jey Uso doing damage to the leg. The match was added elimination stipulation before the show. They was able to announce it right before the match. And now, Jimmy Uso! Uso in the win! And then Jey with the chair! Just battering Tonga Loa! And then enziguri by Jimmy Uso. You just gotta get him in the ring to get the job done. Usos are both battered, beaten, bruised up, but not defeated. Still alive, still walking. Look at Jimmy. He says at the end is now. Uso splash up the top, into the cover, hook in the leg. Jimmy and Jey Uso retain the World Tag Team titles.
Here are your winners, and still World Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jey, the Usos.
After going through hell and high water for the Usos, back and forth with the MFTs for weeks, tonight, hopefully, they settle the score. The Usos remain as your World Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take it back to Monday Night Raw, where this all began between Rusev and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn had an interview with Rusev through a trash can bin, right into Sami's face, letting it be known that he's back in the WWE, and he used Sami Zayn as a stepping stone, if you will. Made a statement, left him laying backstage. But it didn't take long for Mr. Money to Bank and Sami Zayn to get revenge on the Bulgarian brutes. As Sami Zayn jumped Rusev from behind before his matchup with Trick Williams in Brooklyn, New York, Sami Zayn was not afraid of Rusev and was willing to fight back by any means. After the matchup, they were able to continue the brawl on the stage. After Rusev went through Trick Williams, right here, Sami and Rusev brawling on the stage, faculty and security getting involved, but nonetheless, it leads us to tonight, submission, no holds barred. Submission, no holds barred matchup between Rusev and Sami Zayn. Does this stem from jealousy from Rusev? We'll find out tonight in MSG. It was Rusev that told the entire world that he was sick when he saw Sami Zayn won Money in the Bank at WrestleMania at the beginning of this season. which led for Rusev to make his comeback to the WWE at the expense of the underdog from the underground.
The following is a submission match. Making his way to the ring from Sofia, Bulgaria, weighing in at 304 pounds, Rusev.
As Rusev makes his way down the aisle. Ready. He's focused. Rusev looking to put a world of pain onto Sami Zayn tonight. Live in MSG in New York City. We've seen a lot of great things happen earlier tonight. Whether moments ago with the Usos and the Gorillas of Destiny, whether Bayley and Nikki Cross, whether CM Punk taking fought to Balor and Priest, or the Triple Threat Hell in the Cell that start the show. Right now, we're going to see two men batter each other until one has to give up.
From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, a superstar who also won Money in the Bank at the beginning of this season at WrestleMania. Sami Zayn said on Raw this past week during the face-off between himself and Rusev that Rusev, maybe out of jealousy, that Sami is one step closer to the world title picture than Rusev ever is. Here we go. Sami Zayn, Rusev, one-on-one tonight. Oh! Right off the gate, flying wheel kick by Rusev on the Zayn. Against submission match, the only way to win is by making your opponent tap out or pass out. They've been going for a swing and a miss. But around Rusev, caught him with a knee. And now Rusev got him. Outside Russian leg sweep. Big right there by Rusev. Got him up. Oh, Sami able to counter. Sami able to avoid that and then connect with a chop block. And now Rusev, on the outside. Remember, no disqualification, no holds barred. You just got to make him submit. Oh my God, right to the abdomen. Chair shot to the abdomen, right to the arm as well. Rusev not afraid to do damage to Zayn. Rusev up top. They're going to go for a double axe, but Zayn able to pull a William Regal into Samoa Joe, able to avoid that one. Able to sidestep DDT afterwards. And now Zayn, thinking submission already. Dragon sleeper, but Rusev caught him with the knees. Oh, Bulgarian boot kick. Good grief. And now Rusev. Oh, he thought about going for the accolade, but Zayn was in the ropes. That's the only thing that will save Zayn is the rope break. Oh. Jawbreaker there by Rusev. I mean, to be fair, you got to get the win inside the ring. So I guess the only escape route is a rope break within the ring, but outside the ring, no holds barred, but it can also be brought in the ring. Sami, springboard, caught him, DDT, able to avoid the kendo stick. That's an all-in chance for Sami Zayn. Blue Thunder, goal! Blue Thunder bomb, able to plant Rusev under the kendo stick. And now Zayn, thinking Dragon Sleeper, got Rusev, but no. Again, Rusev caught him with the knees. And Rusev knocked him down with a shoulder tackle. Sami Zayn doing what he can to survive. He said he will find a way to make him tap out. Oh my God! Turn him inside out into a powerbomb. Sami Zayn got Rusev in the corner. Helluva, no! Couldn't get it! Couldn't get the Helluva kick! But Rusev, missed the wheel kick as well! He went for it prematurely. Zayn was still ducking under. But Rusev kicks back. Rusev just got to get him away from the ropes in order to get the win. Rusev thinking about it, but no. Zayn! Hell of a kick! Right on the money! But now, he just got to seal the deal. He just got to finish the job here. Dragon Sleeper. He's got it again, but Rusev again! Zayn's got to find an alternative. Rusev keeps countering with those knees. Or maybe he's got to do more damage to Rusev. Lariat, the lariat, then the drop kick. Oh, no. Zayn made me thinking belly to belly, but no, able to block. Rusev, power slam. Called him into the power slam. Oh, the monster kick. And now Rusev with the kendo stick as well. Wants to hurt Sami Zayn. Got him in a bear hug even. But again, rope break coming into an effect for Zayn. And now Rusev up the ropes. Oh my God. Damage in the neck. Got Zayn right where you want him. In the middle of the ring. Sami's in trouble. Accolade. Oh, able to escape. Zayn able to escape. Zayn was able to find the way out. And now got him with a neck breaker. Oof. Thinking short attack him to avoid. But now Rusev sent him up the rope here. Drop kick. No. And now Sami. Got him in the corner. Got him up top. Had something in mind, but Rusev blocked it. But now Zayn sends him off the ropes. Able to duck under. Sami now ducks it, but Rusev got him. Caught him with that clothesline. Oof. And now Rusev. Oh, wait a minute. Oh! Tossing Zayn. You don't want to count out Rusev, especially in this universe mode, a former Intercontinental and United States champion as well. As Sami Zayn knocked Rusev to the outside, he thought about meeting him. Oh, but Rusev arrogantly climbed the apron. Zayn knocked him with the kendo stick down. And a Rusev right there for the picking. Bashed his skull off the canvas. Monster kick. And now it's Rusev going after the kendo stick. Rusev busted open above the nose. Oh, breaks the kendo stick up the arm of Zayn. And now it's Rusev with the accolade, but he's got to get him in the ring. Zayn tapping out won't mean a damn thing on the outside. But Rusev humiliating Sami. Humiliation for Sami Zayn in the eyes of Rusev. Oh, even busted him open as well. Drive the knee across the skull. But look at Zayn. Recognizing the flaw in Rusev's game. Able to bring him back in the ring now. What's Zayn thinking? Another kendo stick. Will that save him though? No, he got him! Kendo stick up the skull. Zayn just got to finish the job here. Rusev able to avoid. Rusev, what's this? Oh my God. Oh, inverted Alabama slam. Oh, into the accolade. Zayn's in trouble. No choice. Rusev submits Sami Zayn.
Here is your winner,
Rusev caught him lacking at the last moment. Reverse Alabama slam into the accolade. Zayn had nowhere to go. The Bulgarian Brute stands tall tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take it back to SmackDown. Many weeks ago in Toronto, after Uncle Howdy retained the Intercontinental Championship against Carmelo Hayes, Penta came out and let it be known that he wants to challenge for the Intercontinental Championship, has his eyes set on that title, looking to be the next challenger. Then, following the next episode on SmackDown, after beating Austin Theory, Penta gets a cheap shot in the face with the title, gets a close-eye view of the title via Uncle Howdy. And then in Orlando, Florida on SmackDown this past week, Uncle Howdy was able to get the win in a 6-man tornado tag over Penta and his team against the War Raiders. The fact that Uncle Howdy has been on a roll since its return might scream trouble for Penta here tonight in Madison Square Garden. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. Penta looking to win his first championship in the WWE. Can he do it tonight? Or will Uncle Howdy shatter his dreams?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's Intercontinental Championship.
As we're halfway through WWE No Mercy, live in Madison Square Garden, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Intercontinental title from the men's division to be on the line. As Penta has arrived. As it will be Penta challenging Uncle Howdy here tonight for the Intercontinental Championship. We showed you what happened in the last few weeks between both men, and now tonight will be the night. As Penta makes his way down the aisle, getting ready to do battle with the man he's been going toe-to-toe with over the last few weeks. And now at No Mercy, this big extravaganza, if you will, Penta has a chance to win his first singles title here in the WWE. Loud ovation from the New York citizens here in the tri-state area. As Penta is ready. Uncle Howdy has had a lot of momentum coming into this matchup when he defeated Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship on an episode of SmackDown. And then Roman Reigns, he went on to win the Undisputed title. Uncle Howdy decided to continue to dominate, not only within the matches he's had, but also as the Intercontinental Champion. Uncle Howdy defeated Carmelo Hayes in Toronto on SmackDown after SummerSlam. Then Uncle Howdy was able to win that 6-man tornado tag match on SmackDown in Orlando, Florida this past week. No doubt, Uncle Howdy is ready for Penta. As the Intercontinental Champion makes his way, the Fireflies are alive and well. Uncle Howdy, a connection, if you will, to the late great Bray Wyatt. And now Howdy will remain having the lantern by his side, along with the members of the White Six. But it seems tonight, Uncle Howdy is looking to go at it alone against Penta. The Intercontinental Champion, not afraid of no being walking among this earth. If Uncle Howdy was the one that put down Roman Reigns as Intercontinental Champion, then I would say that entire SmackDown locker room is not safe. Here we go. Howdy, Penta for the Intercontinental title. And what a night we have had, from a new WWE champion to the demon-conquering Damian Priest, the punk-beating Chica Fatu, and more. Let's take it to Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 87 And his opponent from parts unknown, weighing in at 234 pounds, the Men's Intercontinental Champion, Uncle Howdy!
An update look, a brand new design of the WWE Men's Intercontinental Championship. Almost like a combination of the old Oval title that The Rock and Triple H, Stone Cold once held. But tonight, that title on the line. Penta meets Uncle Howdy one-on-one for the Intercontinental title. Here we go. And right out the gate, Penta gets taken out by Howdy. Both men were running at each other, but it was Howdy that came out on top in that exchange. And now, Howdy drives the knees right to the chest, right to the side of Penta. We don't really know what's the goal for Uncle Howdy. For all we know, the Intercontinental Championship is just a stepping stone. For all we know, the Intercontinental title is a way of Howdy gaining more power. Gaining more power for his White Six to run roughshod over the WWE roster. As Uncle Howdy, again a connection to Bray Wyatt. Oh! Big splash out of the corner, ducks the lariat, but crossbody lands. As the Intercontinental Champion, they're gonna dominate the field so far. As he has Penta, got the arms hooked. And now, oh God, clubbing blow right to the back of the neck. As Howdy has had a great reign so far. Old Penta trying to grab the leg. Oh! Howdy grabbed the leg and got it with the dragon screw, but Penta turns it. Shoulder first to the canvas. And a Penta drives the knee. Big kick right to the knee once again. Now Penta got the arm hooked. Oklahoma pin. No. Couldn't get it there. And now, a sling blade. Penta off the ropes. Another sling blade. But Howdy that time right outside the ring for a quick moment. But now, Penta got him. Irish foot turnaround. Off the ropes. Howdy! Wicked shot, knocking Penta down. And now, oh wait, I don't know if he tried to remove the mask, but nonetheless, Howdy got hit with a right by Penta. And now, schoolboy super kick to the face. Off the ropes, and a leg drop to follow. Shades of Hogan. Penta gonna get the win off the leg drop, but Howdy's able to prove that maybe he's stronger than a lot of superstars that took Hogan's leg drop over the years. Able to withstand it and kick out. Oh! Big boot. Howdy up top. Penta up to his feet. Howdy looking to fly. Penta trying to dodge, but oh! He thought he had Howdy with the shot, but Howdy able to fly off and connect with that double axe. Driving the knees to the side of the skull of Penta. Able to avoid Penta, able to a sidestep. Uncle Howdy there, sent him off the ropes. Able to duck. And then super kick, lands on its mark. Good grief. Almost turned him inside out there. Elbow after elbow. Kick to the midsection. Downstairs. Transitions, fireman's carry. The strength of Penta. Howdy in the corner. Penta high up. Drop kick in the chest. And now, working on that left arm. Penta trying to wear down Howdy. He understands how difficult Uncle Howdy can be whether in or outside the ring. But Penta seemed to have it right where he wanted. Oh! That overhead chop, then the kicks, and now got him in position. Able to slide Uncle Howdy seated position in the corner for the high angle drop kick. And now Penta has the champion. Oh, right where you want him. Super kick to the jaw. Penta, they're gonna claim his first singles title, but he's gotta get through Howdy to do so. Mexican Destroyer. He beat Austin Theory on SmackDown that way. Uncle Howdy withstands at 2. They might have caught Austin Theory by surprise, but Uncle Howdy had him scouted, able to withstand the Mexican Destroyer at 2. Howdy with a kick. Got Penta. Oh! Planted him face first. And up. Oh, swing and a miss. Got him. Once again, Sling Blade. Wait a minute. What the hell is this? Someone's going to interfere on Howdy's behalf. But who? It's just Howdy's music. Oh, wait. What the? That's Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy returns. Joe Gacy gets knocked down. We haven't seen Joe Gacy in weeks. The last time we saw Joe Gacy was when, I believe, when the Wyatt Six had a tag team match or was feuding with Omos at the time. Gacy trying to intervene, backfired for Howdy. Penta up top, cross body. And now Penta may be thinking sacrifice, but no. Howdy was able to turn that around. And just stomping all over. But Penta! That sling blade able to land. That sling blade was able to land. Now it's Penta waiting in the wings. Oh, elbow. Uncle Howdy caught him. Uncle Howdy caught him. Got him with the mandible claw. The mandible claw. Uncle Howdy. Look at that beat Penta. And Penta withstands the mandible claw. The same move that put away the tribal chief. Unable to do so for Penta. It shows how bad Penta wants the Intercontinental title by any means. As Howdy got Penta looking right. Got him in position. Howdy's thinking superplex maybe. Got him up. But look at Penta. Penta shoves him up the top. Penta was able to counter. Snapmare kick to the back. Springboard leg drop. As Penta high kick. Got him in the corner. High angle drop kick once again. And now Uncle Howdy tried to roll off for a breather, but Penta right there to meet him. Death Valley, no, blocked it. Left hand shot and a nasty kick to the gut. And now got Howdy in position and forearm in the to the back of the neck. Penta able to block Howdy. Irish whip. Able to, I guess, break it up, did Howdy. But Penta sent him across ringside. Again, the Intercontinental title on the line. Countouts or DQ would not be a factor in Penta becoming champion for the first time. He's got to get it done in the ring. Count of 5 by the referee. Champion's advantage goes to Howdy, but Howdy has to be in the ring and Penta does so. And now it's Penta going up top. Looking to fly. Double foot. Right in the gut. Kick to the midsection. What's he? Oh my God. No. Fear Factor. Factor for Penta to win his first championship.
Here is your winner,
In the new Men's Intercontinental Champion, Penta!
For the first time in his career, Penta has won his first WWE title, the Men's Intercontinental Championship. The Fear Factor, the package pile driver, was able for Penta to get the win. Despite the interference, despite the battle, Penta overcomes Uncle Howdy. What a win, and what a moment for Penta. Only been a part of Universe Mall for the last few months, is now a champion. Congratulations to Penta. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, as you see, the dog-faced destroyer, Braun Breaker, will be in action, because coming up next, it's a ladder match for the U.S. National title. Rey Mysterio defends against Braun Breaker at No Mercy. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the United States National Championship, title hanging above the ring, as we get ready for a ladder match.
from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Braun Breaker.
As Braun Breaker makes his way down the aisle, live in Madison Square Garden, Braun Breaker meets Rey Mysterio one-on-one. The man that claims to be meaner than evil will do battle tonight against the man he's defeated at Bad Blood for the U.S. title the first time. It was in Atlanta, Georgia, back in April, when Braun Breaker won the U.S. National Championship for the first time, beating Rey Mysterio. Then Rey Mysterio defeated Breaker in a rematch on Monday Night Raw in MetLife Stadium only 3 episodes ago. And now tonight, Breaker meets Mysterio one-on-one apiece. Who will settle the score? Rey Mysterio has won. Braun Breaker has won. And now tonight, the rubber match commences. Here comes the U.S. National Champion, Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio.
And introducing the champion, representing the LWO from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, the WWE United States National Champion, Rey Mysterio.
The champion of these United States is Rey Mysterio. The challenger is Braun Breaker. That title is hanging above the ring. Get a ladder to retrieve the title. Here we go. One-on-one in a ladder match. And you saw Breaker leave the ring right as Rey charged at him. Because all he has to do is get the ladder and climb above it, but no! Leading the ladder over the barricade, and now Breaker and Mysterio going at it at ringside. What a way to start this match. Mysterio looking to grab the ladder, but Breaker able to knock it out of his hands. Luckily that ladder did not collide with the WWE Universe past the barricade, but nonetheless, Breaker got him up. Looking to send him flying off the apron, face first. As Breaker has Mysterio sent him back in the ring. Kick to the gut, rights and lefts. Breaker got him up, and Gorilla Press, planting him gut first. And oh, nice drop kick with the ladder into Breaker's face. But Mysterio thought about getting a weapon, but Breaker. And now Breaker trying to get a weapon, but Mysterio intervened. It's all about competition between these two. About who's the alpha male, who's better than who. Breaker, steel steps. Oh my God, just chucked it at Mysterio, who then landed onto the steps face first. No Mercy is right. How apropos for the premium love event here tonight. These superstars are willing to show each other no mercy, no regrets, no remorse. Brought out another ladder, face first. Goes Breaker. But Mysterio gets sent into the ring. And now Breaker bringing the one thing that he would need in order for him to succeed. Bringing him in the ring is the ladder. Both men are in the ring now. Kick to the midsection. Mysterio. Oh no! Sunset flip. Able to avoid the ladder. And now Mysterio had something in mind, but Breaker caught him. And now Ray gets back in the ring. Kick to the gut. Setting up for them. Oh, powerbomb maybe? No. Breaker. Able to avoid. Uppercut. And down goes the challenger. Oh! Down goes the challenger. And Breaker. Mysterio able to take him down. But look at Breaker. Got him up. Military press. Power. Slam to the floor. All you gotta do now is just climb and get the title, but Breaker's taking his sweet time. Mysterio's back up to his feet. Look at Ray on the second rope. Can he get... Oh, he couldn't get the drop kick, and he landed poorly onto the ladder. Breaker looking to take it. Oh no, kick to the midsection. And Mysterio with a double foot. Got him down. Breaker able to yank him off the ladder. Face first. And again. That's the challenger. Looking to do what he has to do to overcome Rey Mysterio. Mysterio becoming a three-time United States champion after beating Breaker on Raw. Breaker now just tossing the champion over and over again. Picked him up, and again! Not to mention, standing moonsault. Definitely not a flex, as Breaker with ease just landed that moonsault. Breaker thinking what he has to do now to Rey Mysterio to get the upper hand. But Rey Mysterio coming back with a Tijeras. Mysterio climbing. Breaker dilly-dally, now back in the ring. But look at Breaker with these, just knocked it over. Knocked over the ladder just so Breaker can stand tall here. Breaker got him. He had him in the recliner. But Mysterio escapes. And I think Breaker landed face first on the ladder. Springboard drop kick, able to connect. And there's the challenger. And Braun Breaker, shoulder tackle. Sets up the ladder. Look at Breaker once again. The Exploder. Oof. Kick right to the abdomen. Mysterio able to counter, but look at Breaker. Eats that. Eats the forearm shot. And now the Dogface Destroyer. Once again. With ease. Just tossing Rey Mysterio. Standing up. Barely using all of his force. Just launching him. Breaker just weakening Rey Mysterio, but Mysterio's had enough. Kick to the abdomen. Trying to find that opening. Drops the knee. Mysterio climbing up. But look at Breaker. No remorse to knock him down. Uh-oh. Steel chair. Steel chair ringside. Breaker with the chair. Watch it. No, Ray. Ray was able to turn him around. Ray got him on the ropes. Oh, but Mysterio couldn't. He hesitated because of the ladder. Breaker got him up. And then, oh, the power slam. And now the challenger, the former United States champion, Breaker, spear. Spear on the Mysterio. And now it's Braun Breaker in the middle of the ring. At the top of the ladder, trying to reach the gold. He's reaching, but look at Mysterio right there. Yanks him off the ladder. Handspring, DDT. Ray able to turn it around. Oh. Rey Mysterio. Ray was able to knock down Braun Breaker. He's trying to make sure that Breaker's down for the count so he can climb up and get the title. Up, down. Mysterio lands the wasteland. Springboard. Oh, he couldn't get the splash. Breaker got out of dodge. And now Breaker sends Mysterio outside, able to create separation. Breaker on top of the ladder. Breaker reaching for the title. Braun Breaker, they're gonna unhook the championship. Where's Rey Mysterio? Nowhere to be found. As Braun Breaker, Mysterio trying to get back in. It's too late. Breaker regains the United States national title.
Here is your winner, and new WWE United States National Champion, Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker has once again reclaimed the U.S. national title, ending the rivalry with Rey Mysterio 2-1. Our next premium live event in WWE 2K25's Universe Mode is Survivor Series, live in Jacksonville, Florida, the home of the Jags, as Survivor Series will take place in the Everbank Stadium, featuring both Raw and SmackDown brands under one stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just given this added stipulation for this U.S. Championship bout that we're about to witness, as Rhea Ripley will challenge Naomi for the Women's U.S. title, this time in a tables match. From one U.S. title match to another, we saw the new champion Braun Breaker reclaim the title in the ladder match. Now, the Eradicator has a chance to do the same. Win the Women's United States title. Here comes Ripley. This all began on Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago, where Naomi came out and said that she will look for a new challenge for her U.S. national title because she had an upset rivalry a little bit with Alexa Bliss, where she lost the title and regained the championship, Naomi being a two-time Women's U.S. champion. But now, Rhea Ripley was the one that was chosen by Naomi for this opportunity tonight. Rhea Ripley, kind of an interesting year to say the least. Was the WWE Women's Champion earlier this season. Was the Women's World Champion last season. Both lost to Bianca Belair. Now, after winning the Queen of the Ring, she had her shot at SummerSlam at Bayley, but came up short, who we saw earlier tonight retain the Women's World title. And now tonight, maybe Rhea Ripley might feel the glow. As the Women's U.S. Champion proceeds with caution, making her way down the aisle to defend the Women's U.S. title here in Madison Square Garden. As Naomi, ever since returned to Universe Mode back at WrestleMania this season, won that US Championship from Kairi Sane on the Raw after WrestleMania. Went on to have a hell of a championship reign, defended it in a triple threat match against Natalya and Kairi Sane at Bad Blood. Had a series of events with Alexa Bliss. And now Naomi defends the US title on a premium live event against Rhea Ripley as the WWE Women's United States Champion. In Naomi, the two-time champ, gets ready for her table matchup against Rhea Ripley. The level of this scenario has gone up a bit. Two former world champions going at it for the women's US title. Here we go. All you gotta do is put your opponent through a table. Easier said than done. Take it to Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger. From Adelaide, Australia, Rhea Ripley. And her opponent, from Orlando, Florida, the WWE Women's United States Champion, Naomi.
As referee John Cole presenting the Women's US Championship to both Naomi and Rhea Ripley. Title on the line. All you gotta do is put your opponent through a table and that's it. Who will get the job done in New York City? Elbow and a chop for good measure by Ripley to start off this match. But now Naomi, nice counter, turn around into a DDT. For those that are watching Universe Mode for the first time, the history of the Women's US Championship goes as far as a year ago when Roxanne Perez, Zelina Vega, and Kairi Sane all fought in a triple threat match, in a triple threat ladder match, to determine the brand new Women's US Champion, because at that time, Roxanne Perez was the NXT Women's Champion. Fast forward, after Kairi Sane won that ladder match, had a decent reign with the championship until she lost it to Naomi on the Raw after WrestleMania. It's Rhea Ripley in control. Just picking apart Naomi here, attacking the left leg. But look at Naomi, nice takedown. And an enziguri to follow. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a tables match. No pinfalls, no submissions. The only way to win is to put your opponent through a table. As Rhea Ripley chucks the champion and is now looking to kick it into high gear. As Rhea Ripley able to send Naomi face first in the corner. Big kick right to the abdomen. You see that table on the outside. All it takes, or hell, even the announce table at ringside. That counts. A table's a table, no matter how you try to spin it. Rhea Ripley got her up, but Naomi, nice counter. A kick to the arm. Now, got the challenger. Sends her off the rope. Oh, no, over the top. I'm thinking off the ropes. She went over the top to the outside. As the champion, measuring Ripley. Strike up the strike and out. Caught her with the knee. And now Ripley with the double boot back to Naomi. And now just sending Naomi across ringside. All for the Women's United States Championship. Ripley may be thinking electric chair. No, Naomi, nice counter. Able to counter the electric chair as Naomi now with the series of kicks. Vintage Naomi. Able to wear down the challenger, down the champion. Oh! Working on that left arm of Ripley. And now it's Naomi sending Rhea across ringside like Rhea did earlier. And now the rear view comes into play. Oh my God. A off the post. That solid steel post. Ripley tried to kick back, but she was a bit dazed there after getting sent off the post. Naomi trying to direct traffic, but Ripley with the elbows. Rhea Ripley has had a turnaround for her career ever since she came back to Raw earlier in the spring. Oh! Looking to try to win the U.S. title to revamp, reignite herself, reignite the fire within her. But Naomi showing why that having that U.S. title means so much to her. Looking to bring in the one piece of material that is the point of this match, as Ripley set outside by the champion. All you gotta do is put your opponent through the table. But look at Naomi with the kick. But Ripley turned that around quickly. Got the boot. No avail. Forearm in the face. And then an elbow for good measure. And now, ooh, Ripley face first off the apron. Kick to the gut and another one. Naomi's in deep trouble! Riptide! The champion planted with a riptide. But again, it don't mean jack other than Naomi suffering hurt, damage if you will. It won't mean much. She's got to put her through a table to win the title, but I think she just want to do some damage or maybe send a message. But Naomi proceeding with caution to escape out of the hold. And now it's Naomi sending Rhea across ringside. We've seen a lot of great matches tonight here at No Mercy. Ripley and Naomi trying to measure up to the level of what's been going down tonight. From the Hell in the Cell to Balor and Priest to whether it's CM Punk and Jacob Fatu, Bayley and Nikki Cross in the casket match, Breaker and Mysterio for the U.S. national title, or Penta and Howdy for the Intercontinental Championship, or even Rusev and Sammy in the no-holds-barred submission match. All has went down tonight, and everybody has delivered. Even the Tag Team Extreme Rules bout with the Usos and Guerrillas of Destiny for the World Tag Titles. Every match has delivered in their own way here tonight. Ripley got the table set up. But look at Naomi bringing on another table. Sets it up outside. But now look at Naomi. They're going to move the table perhaps, or she just chucks it because it's Ripley. Sends Naomi back in the ring, but the table folds. Naomi from behind. Again, you just got to put her through a table. That's all she wrote. But these two obviously looking to make it easier said than done. Elbow right to the abdomen. Big right. Ripley trying to. Oh! Naomi again! Rear view. Caught her with the rear view. And now Naomi just throwing the table on the Ripley. And now, look at the setup. Naomi. Oh, no, wait a minute. Thinking submission. Different idea. Even got Ripley to submit, but again, it won't matter. That might be a blow to Rhea's ego, but no doubt a factor to let Naomi release the hold because it wouldn't matter. But Ripley, got on the table, but Naomi counters. Able to block the leg. Look at Naomi for Ripley, able to block. And now, oh no! Ripley, German suplex through the table! And that's all she wrote! Ripley is champion!
Your winner, and the new WWE Women's United States Champion,
WWE Universe was watching with bated breath on what was going to happen next. Ripley turned into a German suplex through the table. New Women's United States Champion. Wow. Our next premium live event in WWE 2K25's Universe Mode is Survivor Series, live in Jacksonville, Florida, the home of the Jags, as Survivor Series will take place in the Everbank Stadium, featuring both Raw and SmackDown brands under one stadium. Make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell where you never miss a video from this channel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it's our main event. Obafemi meets Drew McIntyre, 2 out of 3 falls. Extreme Rules match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Let's see what happens at the end of this one.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Main event time at No Mercy. The heavyweight championship of the world is on the line. As here comes the Scottish Warrior, a man a year ago was chasing after the heavyweight title, then won the Royal Rumble, went on to main event WrestleMania and capture his dream. McIntyre was able to live out his destiny, won the Rumble, main event at WrestleMania in Philadelphia, and went on to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Had a great title reign until Obafemi was on the rise as well. Obafemi debuted at WrestleMania at the Money in the Bank ladder match. He didn't win it, but he then started to make a name for himself. He started to build momentum, got win after win from the Raw after WrestleMania, moving on, went on to win the King of the Ring 4-way finals at Bash in Berlin to earn himself a shot at SummerSlam. And then on the biggest stage of the summer, it was Obafemi that upset McIntyre. It was Obafemi who walked out as the heavyweight champion of the world. Which leads for the ruler to have his first title defense in Madison Square Garden in New York City. As tonight, there's the man right there, the World Heavyweight Champion, Obafemi. Some might say Obafemi's rise was similar to Brock Lesnar. Debuted during WrestleMania or after WrestleMania, then go on to dominate the roster for a bit, went on to win King of the Ring, and then at SummerSlam in the main event, went on to win the world title. That's exactly what Oba did. Won the King of the Ring. It was a 4-way, but nonetheless, the finals, won the King of the Ring, went on to win the world title at SummerSlam. But now, after we're a month away from SummerSlam, as Obafemi, early start as the heavyweight champion of the world, his reign only having one title defense, which is tonight. He holds his crown with pride as the champion is ready. Heavyweight title on the line. Take it to Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger. From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. And his opponent, from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion,
Over the last decade of WWE 2K Universe mode, we've seen a lot of superstars reach to the top of the mountain, but none as quick as Oba Femi. As far as a debuting prospect, rather than someone from the independent circuit making their way around and then join the WWE like we saw Ricochet did back in 2K19. Here we go! Oba Femi with a clothesline starting off this match against McIntyre. Oba started off with the clothesline, but now both men with a colorful tie-up, but Oba grabbing a hold of McIntyre with the side headlock. And for those that might think I might have misspoke, no, I'm actually telling the truth. Back in Season 5 at the Royal Rumble, AJ Styles was the WWE Champion. Ricochet made his debut in his first championship match, his first night ever. Ricochet became the WWE Champion. Then he lost the title at the Elimination Chamber. That's my point. Nobody else outside of Ricochet in their first shot has won a world title. And Oba Femi, in only a few short months, was able to do so. It took Oba Femi about 3 months to win the world title. Because by his second month, he won the King of the Ring. Nice turnaround there by Oba. Able to counter that arm drag and got McIntyre in the corner. Oba Femi measuring Drew. They're going to set him up. Ooh, face first. Swing and a miss for Drew. And, oh, snap suplex that time. Remember, 2 out of 3 falls. You got to get 2 pinfalls or submissions, if you will. Just get 2 falls in order to get the win. Both men are just jockeying for position here. A different version of from what we saw at SummerSlam. Referee John Cone trying to get a clean break, but Oba Femi not afraid to get a shot in when necessary. But McIntyre fires back. As Drew with the swing of the boot with the right to the left, got him out of the corner, and catching Oba! Caught him in midair with a boot. Isn't enough. Shoulders are down, but not out at 2. Kick to the midsection. Oba Femi might be out of time. Oh! He might have to say goodbye. Say hello to his broken dreams. It's Oba Femi able to kick out of the Future Shock DDT. Little blast from the past there. That's McIntyre looking to go after a weapon. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. McIntyre thinking with the kendo stick, but no. Oba able to kick up, roll through, but McIntyre caught up with the clothesline. Now they're going to get another weapon, perhaps. Uh-oh. Remember, Extreme Rules. Trash can lit off the skull of Oba Femi. And now Drew sends him by the barricade. Got to get the win inside the ring. McIntyre gave it to send Oba into the corner. Oba lining in wing, caught him with that elbow. Got him for the Irish curse backbreaker. Wow. Planted him. But Oba. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought he was about to go after the guitar there, but I guess he has his eyes on the challenger. But look at McIntyre. Swinging side Uranagi. Couldn't get him there. Fall from grace. Does he have McIntyre down for the count? McIntyre withstands it 2. Again, 2 out of 3 falls, ladies and gentlemen. Even Oba gets the first one, he's got to get the other. As, oh! Caught him with the shoulder, but no. McIntyre after that boot. Air raid crash! Hook of the leg for the first fall, perhaps. No! Unable to do it. McIntyre connects! Claymore lands! Hook of the leg off the Claymore! And Oba Femi eats the Claymore at 2. He was able to withstand it, but sadly unable to put away Obafemi for Drew McIntyre's case of at least getting the first fall in this matchup. Deadlift! Goat ring suplex! And oh my! Oh! Scoop and a slam, but inverted style. He planted him face and stomach first. Onto the floor, not to mention his foot caught the steps. McIntyre with the elbows. It's the details. You gotta catch it sometimes. Elbow after elbow, knee after knee. Oh my god, oh my god! Back drop! Awkward landing for Drew. His foot caught between the apron and the steps. And now it's Oba sending the challenger back in the ring as the heavyweight champion of the world, looking to go after maybe that trash can that McIntyre was able to display earlier. Even chucked it at him. Uh-oh. Got it from behind. Oh my. Oh, I thought he was going to plant him with the power slam, but he got him with the backbreaker. Fall from grace! Into the cover! Still not enough! What does either man have to do? They've taken each other's best hits and still nothing. Elbow after elbow. German suplex, folding them up like an accordion. Did McIntyre, which is hard to do for a guy like Oba. And now what's McIntyre thinking? Drew got him. McIntyre got him up. Air raid crash. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Does he have it off the air raid crash from the second rope? McIntyre got the first fall. All McIntyre needs is another one to win the heavyweight title. Obafemi took the air raid crash from the second rope. Caught him with a knee. Michinoku driver. And now McIntyre, what's this? Oh, just took the trash bin off the face of Oba. McIntyre sends him off the ropes. Claymore! McIntyre, hook of the leg. McIntyre wins the world title back.
Here is your winner and the new World Heavyweight Champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Did Drew McIntyre prove that Obafemi's win at SummerSlam to be a fluke? For McIntyre to win 2-0 in this 2 out of 3 falls match really screams at the experience of both men. But nonetheless, the main eventer of WrestleMania this season reclaims the world title from Obafemi in a hell of a 2 out of 3 falls Extreme Rules bout in our main event. Good on everybody, as Drew McIntyre is your new World Heavyweight Champion! Wait a minute. What the? Why is Sammy? Wait a minute! Sammy! Oh my god. Is it time? Sami Zayn looking to cash in! Money in the bank! Are you kidding me? I thought Sammy was through for the night. He lost to Rusev earlier in that submission match. Oh, Glasgow Kiss! McIntyre! Glasgow Kiss! Looking to get the win! Oh, the shoulder up! You gotta keep this in mind. Both men are weakened, I think. Maybe Sammy might have a little bit of a leverage because he only competed an hour ago. Claymore, McIntyre, look at upset. Look at have another Money in the Bank cash and fail. No, Sammy kicked out. Remember, Nikki Cross cashed in earlier in that casket match as she came up short against Bayley. McIntyre looking to prevent Sami Zayn from cashing in Money in the Bank to become the heavyweight champion of the world. McIntyre DDT planting Zayn. And an old thinking neckbreaker, and I think Samuel was thinking haluma kick, but both men unable to land. Irish whip off the ropes, ducks it to Sammy. And a leapfrog. Haluma kick! He lands it! Big boot! Haluma kick lands! Oh, the shoulder up McIntyre! Sammy thinking submission, no. Oh, the kick to the spine as well. McIntyre trying to prevent this Money in the Bank cash in. McIntyre was able to prove that maybe Orba's win was a fluke, but then Sammy suddenly from behind, with the briefcase, struck McIntyre to cash in. Sammy, he caught Drew! Sammy caught Drew, planted him, hung him out the drop, the top rope, lariat, and another. Ducks it. Here comes Sammy! Drop kick! It will be coming up to 7 years since Sami Zayn held the world title. There's Sammy. Trying to measure Drew. Send him off the ropes. Got him. Spine buster. He got him with the spine on the pine, but no. Drew on the outside. Sammy waiting for him to get back in. Sammy got him! Sammy got him! Boom, thunder bomb! Boom, thunder bomb! Sami Zayn is the World Heavyweight Champion!
Here is your winner, and the new World Heavyweight Champion, Sami Zayn!
For the first time since 2K17, Sami Zayn is your new World Heavyweight Champion! And I thank you for watching No Mercy!
Swing the remix, go!